Hey guys, we're back again. We're going to be talking about Ranger LDoN raid augments in this video. This is helpful. Please make sure to like the video and also please subscribe to the channel. The most important thing for Rangers from LDoN are going to be the weapon augs. You have one for one hand slashing here. This is going to give you 2 base damage. You have one for one hand blunt weapons. This will also give you 2 base damage. And you also have one for daggers. This is going to give you 1 base damage and 1 poison damage. All of these are not lore, so you can have 2 of each one, and you can mix and match them however you want. So that's pretty nice. Next, we have there's 2 augs for 2-handers as well. You have one that's going to give you 5 base damage, and this one is good for like Vanazir. You'll notice on here it says it's got a 36 weapon delay on it. So what that means is if your weapon is below 36 delay, it's not going to work. So this is basically, I think Vanazir is the only weapon in Plane of Time that this will work on. And for any other 2-hander, you can still get a really nice AUG for it. This one will give you 4 base damage and 1 fire damage. That'll work on all 2-handers. Next, you want to make sure you get all of the heroic dexterity you can. There's going to be 3 choices available. You have one that gives you 3 heroic dex, and these 2 will give you 2 heroic dex. Next, you also want to max out your heroic agility to increase your strike through and your evasion AC. You have 2 augs that you can get. You have one that'll give you 7 heroic agility, and you have another one that'll give you 3 heroic agility. Next, we have heroic stamina. This will increase your mitigation. You have 2 augs that will give you 4 heroic stamina, and you have one that will give you 3 heroic stamina. I recommend trying to get all these if you can. If you're not in LDoN for very long, like if your server like is one of the ones that's not Agnar and it keeps progressing, you probably won't be able to get like all of these augs on the list. But if you can, get all the ones that you can get. Next, we have AC augs. There's 4 AC augs available. 2 of them are 25 AC and 2 of them are 20 AC. And you'll notice the one at the top here. This is actually a multiple slot augment. You can fit this into slot 1, slot 2, slot 7, slot 8. So this will fit in all kinds of different things. So it's really flexible. So that's really nice. The rest of them are all type 8. After that, it's kind of up to you what direction you want to go. You can get some heroic strength augs as one option. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 heroic strength augs, and they're all type 8. So this will fit in your raid gear. And then there's 5 more of these things, but they're all type 3, which basically means it's only going to fit into certain LDoN items that have a type 3 slot. So just be careful of which one you're bidding on. But if you get all of these, you're going to have a whole ton of heroic strength. So that's going to help out your passive damage shield and your attack. And it also gives you slightly more melee damage every 10 heroic strength that you hit. Another option is, this is really, really low priority here for a ranger. You can get the 40% damage augs that will increase your fast cast cold damage and your fast cast fire damage, direct damage. I would recommend passing on these to casters, but if these are rotting for some reason, you can pick these up to get a little bit more DPS gain. And also you can pick up the 40% magic dot aug. This will increase like your swarm. I think it's called swarm spell. So it'll increase that a little bit. But again, I would probably pass on this to maybe to pure casters. You can get more use out of this. And then after that, we have attack and haste aug. So maybe you don't have your haste capped out, or you have a crappy haste item. There's 2 augs you can pick up that will give you 40% haste. And they also have 20 attack on them too, so that's really nice. There's also some other options. There's 4 plus 25 attack augs. So if you're not capped out on attack, you can get any of these. And there's also some type 3 versions of the aug, and these are only 20 attack. And again, this is only going to be for LDoN gear, so you likely won't be using these unless you're wearing some LDoN item. And lastly, we have hit points. Any filler augs that you want to get, you can put some hit point augs in them. I would say this is a pretty low priority for a ranger. There's a lot of like other better stats that you can get, but if you want to pick these up, you can pick them up. Maybe if they're going for cheap in your guild or something. But you have 4 of them that'll give you 70 HP, and they're all type 8. You have 4 of them that will give you 50 HP, and they're like multiple type Augs too, so these are really flexible. They go in all these different Aug slots, so you can put them in group gear or raid gear, so that's pretty nice. And the bottom 2 here are group gear only. They're type 7 only, but they're only from raids that people don't do that often. So you likely won't see these unless you're like farming the crap out of all the LDoN raids. But yeah, so that pretty much covers everything. I hope this was helpful. Please make sure to like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.